Hi, this is Nikki. I just wanted to show you this Hollywood Icons themed junk journal I've made for a swap over on Junk Journal Junkies. I've gone a bit sort of picture heavy with it, so I hope the person who gets it thinks it's okay. But there was just so many nice images to choose. I had some old magazines, sort of Hollywood film movie themed, and also I found an old studio magazine which you'll see in here because I put the whole magazine in, split out over some pages. The paper I've used, I haven't used any scrapbooking paper at all, I don't think. So this was an old book. All the pages were falling out, and I sort of sanded it down a bit, and then I decoupaged some of these images on that I really liked. Took the Hollywood sign, the Hollywood word there, sorry, and I put some stars on it, just some little wooden stars I had. This was a little slide frame, and what I did was I've got a melting pot, and I put some ultra thick embossing powder in silver and then streaked it through with some black. And then when I'd taken it out and it was still stuff, I stamped an image into it. I don't even see, so it's really, really textured. And then I put the picture of Cary Grant in there because he's, such a Hollywood icon. On the front here, I've got Robert Mitchum, there's Charlton Heston, Bride of Frankenstein there, James Dean, Marilyn Monroe, Creature from the Black Lagoon, picture of Rita Hayworth. And then on the back, I carried on, there's Lon Chaney, Clara Bow. There's a film poster there from Lucy on the Bounty, James Stewart, Audrey Hepburn, Marilyn Monroe again, Clark Gable, and can't think who that is, Doris Day, Greta Garbo, Paul Newman. There's a scene here from The Wizard of Oz. And down the spine I've just put some ordinary washi tape that's the film reel type, but underneath it I put some black and white pictures, so it sort of looks like a movie film. It's not that good, but it sort of gives the impression. So inside then it's got 3 signatures. That was part of the swap, and these first page and the last page are the ones that were in the book already, and then I've sewn my signatures in here, and then glued them in. As I said, I'm not very good before about sewing, so I sew them into a piece of cardboard and then glue that into the spine rather than have the threads on the spine there. So here's a nice picture of Jean Kelly, and again I've used the washi tape. This was I bought like a guide to Hollywood of years ago when we went to Los Angeles, and I used that as well because it's got this beautiful picture inside of the Avenue of the Stars and things, and there's the Roosevelt Hotel, which is where the Oscars was originally held, and so I put that in. I put this in because obviously it's got a star on it, Stars of Hollywood sort of thing, and I think that looks rather nice that you can see Clark Gable there through the star. And on the back here some Hollywood actresses, Norma Shearer and Rosalind Russell, it says, just in their sparkly outfits. I also had some postcards that were advertisements that actors and actresses had been used in the advertisement for, so I've used some of those as well. So this is obviously Doris Day there advertising for camera, and then on the back of that there's Judy Garland, and what I did was I didn't seal it up, so it's a really nice spot to tuck things in. I've just put I think that's just a plain coffee dyed tag in there, so that's a quite useful spot. This is some of my kool dyed paper, and I've used that sort of, I think it's most of the paper is kool dyed. This is from that old studio magazine I was telling you about. So that there's James Mason, and on the back Margaret Lockwood. That's just a little flap of something sewn into the signature on the other side, and so I put some of that washi tape on just so it sort of fits in. Here's Lucille Ball advertising cola, and on the back of her there's Natalie Wood there from is it Gypsy Rose? More of my paper, just put a tab on that one. This is a picture, as I say, from one of the magazines, one of the old movie sets with all the big lights and the big cameras and things. So I'll put that in, because on the back of it is a scene from Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers film, which I really liked. So this next piece is from I think it was Somerset Studios. You know, have those pages in the middle that you can rip out, and it was all sort of bling and brooches and which obviously goes, you know, costume jewellery type thing that sort of goes with the theme of Hollywood. And that was sent to me by Joe from America, so thanks for that, Joe. And in it I put one of my altered tags. This says listen to your heart, and I've just sort of blinged up a little flower. Let me see, it's got a bit of sparkle on it, and I've put that in there, so that's like a big pocket I've made with that. I can't remember who that is now. Is that Betty Davis? Just a stunning picture. And then on the back of it another one with actresses all dressed up. Postcard here of Singing in the Rain. And this was a quote from one of these actresses here. It says, "If I can't be me, I don't want to be anybody. I was born that way." And then there's the back of that quote, and I've made a little tuck spot behind the postcard, and here I've put in a plain card with Lana Turner on it and just a little tag. There's the other half of that Somerset Studio paper, and I've just made a little pocket on this side, so just put a little tag in. Must be the picture of Fred Astaire, so 1930s, and there I've put another postcard, this one of Roman Holiday with Gregory Peck and Audrey Hepburn. More paper. This was in a journal somebody sent me, and while I was looking for stuff I decided to take it out of the journal and use it, and it's got Noel Coward. Well, he isn't really a Hollywood icon, but of course he wrote a lot of things which were in Hollywood, so I sort of put him in. A scorecard there from a game, and there's another picture of Lana Turner, and on the back of her Frances Gifford, some more scrapbook paper. This one here I've put an envelope in, and there's Lauren Bacall, and in here is I put a index card with Clark Gable on it. Harold Lloyd and Charlie Chaplin. Here's Rudolph Valentino, and on the back of there Shirley Temple, and here's another pocket I've made there with a tag in, and it says on there, in dreams we catch glimpses of life larger than our own. So that's from a Tim Holt section. See the bit with the other side of the bit with the star. This was the film studio magazine I had, and it was 1 and 6, so that's about 7.5p, isn't it? And that's Trudy Marshall. It doesn't have a date on it, but obviously it's got to be pre-69 because of the money. It just says Film Studios with acknowledgements from, printed in Great Britain, but no date. So I don't know how old it is, but it's one of those that definitely feels sort of more of a 50s feel to it. Here's Gene Kelly and Fred Astaire, Frank Sinatra, and on the back of there I've put this postcard, Rita Hayworth advertising stockings with her beautiful long legs, and in the top of there I've made a pocket, and again I've just put in an index card with a tab on, and the tab is a stamp off one of my pen pals, came on one of their envelopes, so I've made that into the tab. This was some paper. I was experimenting with some shimmer sprays, so I don't know if you can see that sort of a bluish shimmer with a bit of gold, and I was doing it through a stencil, and there's just some gold dripped on that one. This picture here is from old horror movie Dracula, and on the back of there's one of the actresses frightened of Dracula. It's another playing card, Elizabeth Taylor. So I've just stuck her on there so as a little tab for that bit of paper. This was greetings card or a notelet with Marilyn Monroe on, and she looks so gorgeous, so I put her in. Just some old ledger paper, Greta Garbo. Made a little tuck spot here with another one of my altered tags. I've just got the Tim Holtz Man with the Umbrella on, so I tucked him in there. Stuart Granger. Who's that? Sheila Ryan. I picked this envelope because it reminds me of, you know, in Los Angeles where they have all the palm trees down the road and that. So I picked that because it sort of looks Sunset Boulevard-y type. And it's just an envelope, and in here I've stuck an index card with Elvis Presley, because I mean he had huge film career, didn't he, in the 50s and 60s. As Dolores Moran, Peter Graves, just a couple of little post-it notes there. Postcard here with Marlene Dietrich, and on the back there's a page there with Paul Newman and Elizabeth Taylor, and so in there I've just tucked her index card, and that's got Rock Hudson on it. Back of the greetings card, and in here I've put playing card. This was one of my grandma's favourite actors, Spencer Tracy. Just put some washi tape there with the Lauras on. Jean Harlow, dramatic and serious there. And on the back of her, that's from one of her movies, and I've just turned the page up there and put some washi tape and made a little pocket. Bit from another journal. Oh, I must have used some other, not Kool-Aid dye, just normal, I think it was lightly coffee dyed paper. And there's another one of those stenciled shimmer paper. Bit of blue paper, more Kool-Aid paper. Here's Vivian Blaine, whoever she was at the time. Jean Kent, waving her legs in the air. Here's Fred Astaire and Ginger having a bit of a dance there. And it was that was part of the magazine, Hollywood Stars. That's a bit of Therese Collins, I think it is, scrapbook paper. Richard Burton, and on the back there's a postcard with a lady in a beautiful dress. And I've just used that as a tuck spot. Bit of pink paper, Patricia Rock and Susan Peters. Some note paper, which I really like, with roses on. This is from a film magazine, and it's like a list of the must-see films list, so I've put that in. A bit of writing paper. There's another picture of Elizabeth Taylor looking gorgeous, and on the back there, shot from My Fair Lady with Audrey Hepburn and Rex Harrison. A little index card that's, Project Life card type thing. Doily. This was sent to me by Naressa, and it was in a journal swap we did, and it was like the summer one. And it just fitted so easily with this thing, so I took it out there and put in this one, and it says movie snacks to share with Nick too. And just a nice piece of card, and this is the middle here, and Marlon Brando, so that must be, I think it's on the waterfront, isn't it? And there's a scene there from a streetcar named Desire. More ledger paper, doily, other side that Project Life card. That's a scene from Casablanca, and there's Shirley Temple. Some stationery from a hotel. More postcards here. Says Robert Taylor and Vivian Lee, and on the back there's an advert for streetcar named Desire, and that's just a tag that says Life's Beautiful. It's the end of that note paper. Michael Rennie and Anne Crawford. Humphrey Bogart, Betty Davis, and we're almost at the back now. There's a picture of James Dean. There's Orson Welles there, and Rita Hayworth, and I've just put Imagine there, and that's the end. So I'll be putting that in the swap, and I hope the person who gets it likes it. Please feel free to leave any comments. Thank you.